turn to the American people and reduce the tax burden, I say go to a flat tax. 13% across the board, no exemptions. If you want to get to the fair tax, at least we got a bridge to get there.
I think eventually we work towards everyone understands fair tax, consumption tax, which is based upon what you consume, not taxing you based upon your income. I think that's a goal that we need to get to. I think, before we could get to eventually what would be the most fair thing, a fair tax or consumption tax, we could go to a flat tax, which means a 13, 14% across-the-board income tax for everyone. I think that the flat tax, if you want to get to it, that is a phasing or a bridging mechanism to get to a fair tax, a consumption tax, which of course is the most fair. Everyone has to have skin in this game, and that's why I'm a proponent first and foremost for a flat tax. I believe that we can get to a consumption tax or a fair tax, but I think the flat tax is a bridging mechanism to get us there, 13 to 14% across the board with no deductions. And you're right. I think that one of the critical things we have to do initially, we got to, correct our tax system, get away from this progressive tax system. I like the flat tax first and foremost. I know there's a lot of people that believe in fair tax, but I think that that's the later on thing. But initially, we got to get more skin in the game.
The number one thing we have to tackle is getting away from this progressive tax system and transferring the wealth of the American people back to you. I like the idea of a flat tax as a phasing and bridging mechanism to get to a fair tax. Because if we do not get to a point where everyone has skin in the game in the United States of America, that's why I'm a proponent of flat tax. I know that the oppositionists run around here talking some foolishness that I believe in a 23% national sales tax. That's called a fair tax. That's the consumption tax. I believe a flat tax is the way we should go in the United States of America.
We must reform our tax code. This progressive tax code has to be changed. I believe a flat tax first and foremost should get everyone paying into this system, and then maybe later on you could move to something that people call a fair tax or consumption tax. But the key thing is to make sure that you keep rid of the IRS and you don't have a value-added tax on top of all the other taxes.